Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Emma. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jack. Hello, everyone. So happy to be here today.
And today, a very special episode, a follow-up to one of our most loved episodes.
Be, Ben, being.
So many of you wrote to us after that episode, and you said, Emma, Jack, I understand the difference now, but I still keep making the same mistakes when I speak.
And we heard you, every single message.
So today, we are fixing the 5 most common mistakes, the ones that almost every learner makes at every level.
And by the end of today, those mistakes will be gone for good.
And before we start, please subscribe to Talk Emma. New episode every single day. Share this with one friend who struggles with be, ben, and being.
Okay, 5 mistakes. Let's fix them all. Let's go. Emma, before we start, I want to share something.
Go ahead.
So last week, I was helping a friend practice English, and she said, I am been very tired lately.
Oh, that one.
And I knew immediately something was wrong, but I could not explain it clearly enough in that moment.
Because it feels almost right, doesn't it?
Exactly. I am been tired. All the right words, but put together wrongly.
And that is what today is about. Because these mistakes, they are not random. They are the same 5 every time from every learner at every level.
So let's go through them, one by one, fix them, and never make them again.
Mistake 1, and this is the most common of all 5.
I am been tired.
Jack, say that again for everyone.
I am been tired.
What is wrong there?
Am and been together without anything in between.
Exactly. And here is why this feels natural to so many learners.
Because am feels right. I am. Yes, that is me, present, right now.
And ben feels right too. Ben, past experience. Yes.
So putting them together feels logical.
But in English, am and ben cannot be partners. They cannot work together like that.
Why not?
Because ben always needs have or has before it. Not am, not is, not are.
So the correct sentence,
I have been tired.
I have been, not I am been.
Think of it this way. Ben never likes am. They simply do not go together.
Been only works with have or has.
I have been busy. Have before been.
She has been working all morning. Has before been.
We have been waiting for an hour. Have before been.
Always, without exception.
And the moment you hear yourself say am been, stop. Replace am with have.
I am been. Stop. Change it. I have been. Much better. Always.
Mistake 1, fixed.
Mistake 2, and this one, very common among beginners.
She's been working all day.
What is wrong there?
Is been together again. Same problem, different person.
So learners think she is. That is correct. She is present. And been, she has experience, past. Put them together.
She's been working. Feels logical, but wrong.
Because is cannot go with been either.
Only have and has can go with been.
And she, third person singular, takes has, not have.
So the correct sentence,
She has been working all day.
has been, not is been.
He has been feeling unwell. Has been, not is been.
She has been thinking about it. Has been, always. Simple rule. I have been. You have been. We have been. They have been. He, she, it has been.
Nobody gets is been. Nobody gets am been. Nobody gets are been.
Only have been and has been. Always, without exception.
Mistake 2, fixed.
Mistake 3, and this one surprises people because it feels so natural.
I being happy today.
Jack, what did you notice there?
Something is missing.
What is missing?
Something before being.
Exactly. Being cannot stand alone. It always needs am, is, or are before it.
Think of being like a kite. It cannot fly without the string.
And am, is, are, they are the string. Without them, being falls.
I being happy, no string. Being is falling.
I am being happy. String attached, being is flying.
And in natural English, we usually contract it.
I'm being very patient today. She's being really kind. They're being a little difficult.
Always am, is, are before being. Always.
I being, stop. Add am first. I am being. Now it works.
And for other people,
He is being very quiet today. Is before being. They are being a little unfair. Are before being. You are being very patient with me. Are before being.
being needs a partner. Always. Every single time.
Mistake 3. Fixed.
Emma, I want to try something.
What?
I want to make all 3 mistakes right now, on purpose, and you correct me.
Okay, go ahead.
I am been very busy this week.
Stop. Am been. Wrong. Replace am with have.
I have been very busy this week.
Perfect. Next.
She is been working since this morning.
Is been. Wrong. Replace is with has.
She has been working since this morning.
Beautiful. Last one.
I being really nervous about today.
Being without a partner. Wrong. Add am before being.
I am being really nervous about today.
All 3 fixed in 30 seconds.
See, once you know what to look for, you catch them immediately.
Always. Okay, mistake 4. And this one about word order, which most learners never think about.
He is very being kind today.
Jack, what did you feel there?
Something felt out of order, like the words were in the wrong position.
Exactly. Very came before being, and that is wrong.
Why?
Because in English, very comes after being, not before it.
So the correct sentence,
He is being very kind today.
being, then very, then the adjective.
Always in that order, being first, then the describing word.
She is being very patient. Being first, very after. You are being very helpful. Being first, very after. They are being very understanding. Always the same order.
And it's not just very. Any adverb, really, quite, so, extremely, they all come after being.
She is being really difficult. Being first, really after. He is being quite unreasonable. Being first, quite after.
Think of being as the door and the describing word as what's inside the room.
You open the door first, being, and then you see what's inside, the adjective.
Very being kind, you cannot see what is inside before the door opens. Very being kind, door opens first, then you see.
That is a very good way to remember it.
Thank you. Mistake 4, fixed.
And mistake 5, the last one. And this one, very interesting because it is about meaning, not just grammar.
I am be careful.
What is wrong there?
Am and be together. They cannot work like that.
Why not?
Because be in commands, in advice, in instructions, it stands completely alone, nothing before it.
So when someone says, be careful, be quiet, be patient,
There is nothing before be. No am, no is, no are. Just be alone.
be is the instruction itself.
Be careful. Be honest. Be yourself.
So I am be careful, what went wrong?
The person tried to add I am, thinking it makes the sentence more complete.
But it does not. It breaks it.
Because in this use, be does not need I am before it. It is already complete on its own.
I am be careful. Too much. Am and be fighting each other. Be careful. Just be perfect, complete.
And when you want to say you personally will be careful,
You say, I will be careful. Will before be, not am before be.
I will be patient. I will be on time. I will be honest with you.
Will be when talking about yourself in the future. Just be when giving advice or instruction.
Am being when describing current temporary behavior.
3 completely different situations. 3 completely different structures.
And now crystal clear. Now one complete natural conversation. All 5 mistakes corrected naturally, the way real people talk. 2 friends catching up after a busy week.
I have been so exhausted this week. Work has been really intense.
I can imagine. Has the new project been difficult?
Very, and honestly, my manager has been quite demanding lately.
That sounds tough. How are you being about it all? Are you managing okay?
I am being very patient, trying to stay calm, but it is not easy.
I know. Just be honest with yourself about how you're feeling. Do not hide it.
You're right. I have been telling myself everything is fine, but it has not been.
It's okay to admit that. How long has this been going on?
About 3 weeks now. The whole team has been feeling the pressure.
Have you spoken to anyone about it?
Not yet. I'm being a little too proud about it, I know.
Just be open. People want to help. And you've been working so hard. You deserve support.
Thank you, Emma. That means a lot.
And did everyone notice how naturally be, been, and being appeared?
Just natural, correct, flowing.
And that's what happens when you fix these 5 mistakes. Your English just flows.
Before we finish, I want to say something.
Say it.
These 5 mistakes, they're not signs that your English is bad. They're signs that your brain is working hard, trying to put things together.
And the brain always gets it slightly wrong before it gets it right.
That's how learning works always.
5 mistakes, all fixed, all yours starting today.
And if you hear yourself making one of them,
Do not stop. Do not panic. Just correct and keep going.
because a correction mid-sentence is not a failure.
It's proof that you're learning and growing every single day.
If today's episode fixed something you've been struggling with,
Please like this video.
subscribe to Talk Emma.
And if you missed our original Be, Been, Being episode, go back and watch it first. The link is in the description.
And leave us a comment. Which of the 5 mistakes were you making? Or write one correct sentence using be, been, or being.
We read every single comment. Every one.
Thank you for being here. See you in the next episode. Until then.
Keep talking, keep learning, and keep growing. Bye, everyone.